record on here. I'm going to do speaker view because people probably prefer your face. That's fine. So we're super excited to have you. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah. Thanks for, especially if it's like a special time. Thank you for moving your schedule around. Like, I know like corporate, they're doing an amazing job trying to get like everybody in. So
yeah.
But because it started where I was getting all the requests, I'm like, I would love to, but like I was trying to schedule them myself, which apparently I suck at. So luckily the Utah team stepped in and helped me make sure, because I told them, I was like, look, I want to get on as many as I can. So I think we're up to like 50 or 60 just in the next few weeks. So
oh my God, that's a lot.
What else do I got to do?
I was actually just on a call with Christina Battaglia, who I know is in your test group for LIIFT, and she had nothing but amazing things to say about this. And then I was talking to Andrea Crowder, and like between everybody that's going through the test group and seeing the results, Kristen Atkins, like I'm pumped to do it myself. And I had some questions that they gave us to ask you, but hopefully maybe we can like squeeze a few in there if they come up. But what makes LIIFT so unique versus any other program out there? And why do you think Beachbody needs this?
Gosh, Joan, what a great question. It's like you're reading off the script.
It is. It's like, it's like I was told what to ask you or something.
Oh, hey, look, you seriously, like those are, as long as we hit some main talking, like, that's for people who have no clue what to ask. So, but yeah. So when it came to, so hi, everybody. Let's say hi first before we get into this. My name is Joel. Nice to meet you. When I got the opportunity to write a program, a solo program, and something that was near and dear to my heart, which is weightlifting, I really wanted to, I went back and thought, I said, okay, this is a great opportunity, and not just to, have a solo shot or a program, but it was amazing, like saying, okay, let's really make something that speaks and will continue to speak to people. And what I mean by that is, for those of you who don't know me, I've been in the health and fitness industry since I was 19. My first job at the gym, it was at a gym, front desk position, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. shift. And so you see some interesting things, and then done every position since. And I worked my way up in the gym world. It was on the business side for a long time, always on the business side. I worked for the Washington State Department of Health in Washington State for 4 years. I, managed gyms in Washington. I was a director, group ex-director for Gold's Gym Southern California, helped them open gyms, and I was a marketing director. And then Beachbody, so I've seen so many different things. So we're going on over 15 years now in the health and fitness industry. And the one thing that always, it's not just one, but the prevalent things that bugs me was the fact that we still have the exact same barriers that we deal with people when it says, I don't have enough time, or it's too expensive, or I don't wanna, I'm late, like whatever the things are. I'm half of those anyway. Like I would much rather have a beer than work out myself, but I know that I shouldn't do that every single day. But I'm definitely like a 9-year-old fat kid trapped in a 35-year-old body. And I don't mean that in any bad way, just the fact I would rather have pizza. So I think of myself as a realistic person when it comes to health and fitness, and also knowing all these issues that I've dealt with over the years with my clients as a personal trainer and selling memberships and all this stuff. So when coming up with a program, I wanted to create a program that went after every single barrier that's out there when it comes to health and fitness. And ta-da, there's LIIFT. So, what makes LIIFT different? You've already, I'm sure you've seen a lot of things that have been posted, so the high level stuff, it's 4 days a week. It's an 8-week program. But look, here's the deal. People want results, but they want to live their lives. This whole all or nothing mentality is not, it's doable, but it's not realistic, and it's not sustainable. People will not stick with that for a long period of time. My job is health and fitness, and I won't stick with it forever. Like, I enjoy my wine and all these different things. So it's like, let's be realistic about this. And why are we still not hitting 80% of the population when it comes to keeping them on a true fitness path that works for them? Not this proverbial wagon thing. I hate that. It's like, why stop getting back on a wagon? Let's just find something that works that you can stay with and stick on. So that's what LIIFT is. So 4 days a week is doable, 30 to 40 minute workouts, a squeezed in, an hour to an hour and a half, 60 to 90 minute working out into 30 to 40 minutes. So you're working your butt off, you get in, you get out, you get done, and you move on with your life. We're literally talking 2 to 2.5 hours a week of workout time. Like, that is nothing when you put it in that mindset. Like, there's no way that you can tell me that you don't have time for that. Especially if you still say you don't have time for that, that just simply means you're not ready to really go after, what you want. That's all that means. So, so again, it's not an all or nothing approach. It's saying, look, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you all the tools you need. And then, you're going to figure out what works for you. That's why you have your rest days. That's why we have technically what we call a cheat day. But it doesn't mean you have to take it. And it doesn't mean it's a meal. It doesn't mean it's a full cheat day. It just allows you the freedom. So if it's a Wednesday night that you go out with some friends, you can have your glass of wine or, whatever that little splurge may be and not feel guilty about it. That's what the cheat day means. And the rest day gives you the opportunity to live your life. And really, that's why that's one of the most unique aspects about this program is the fact that this program, you mold around your life, not the other way around. And that's something that has not been, I don't really think, in existence this way ever, where you really had a program where you could just tailor it around you. So that's super exciting on that one. And as you change it away, your schedule changes, you can change this. It's 4 days. And there's so again, flexibility, still getting results as Jay, as you've seen.
So is it like prescribed within, you work out Monday and Tuesday, like how do the workouts go? Like, do you work out 2 days and have a break, or like, how does the schedule work?
The basic workout calendar that you'll get with the program has you Monday and Tuesday on, Wednesday rest, Thursday, Friday on. That's the basic workout calendar. Again, that's, we're going after, the base. You have to think about this is all the calendars and everything that we put out in Beachbody and all these programs. Those are meant, again, for people who need that. We're going after 80% of the population are not working out. So if you guys have been working out already, again, I'm not thinking about you. I'm thinking about your challenges. I'm thinking about your people who you're trying to get. But it works for you, because if you work out on Monday, but you want to go do something on Tuesday, then you just push Tuesday to Wednesday and you're not behind. Like, there's no such thing as catching up. When you only have 4 days out of 7, there's nothing to catch up on. It just is, you just do it the next day. So very, very easy, very, very basic. The workouts themselves, I went back to basics. We don't have a lot of time to go over all the specifics of it, but really went back to exercise science 101 and said, okay, how do we build muscle? How do we burn fat? And what's going to be the most optimal ways to do it? Hypertrophy training, which is 3 sets of 10. That's the weightlifting component. We'll always do that first because that's when you have the most glycogen in your muscles. So I'm going to exhaust those first, and then we're going to go after the full metabolic spike, which is the HIIT component afterwards. So that's always going to be the order we do it. Structure changes, sequencing changes. Really wanted to make this is the nice thing about the digital platform is, when we did Quarter Force, for instance, we were only able to have so many workouts because it had to all fit on a disc. So, to keep the price point low. So now I wasn't tied to that. So I was able to write 32 original workouts for this program. So the sequencing, the structure, everything changes every single time you do it. The moves stay similar, so you always have the familiarity, so you're never lost. But it's again, very, very simplistic, and we just rotate in it. So every time you do it is pretty much after the first week, you're going to be good to go. You're going to keep up with it. But that creates a nice library for your own workouts as well after the 8 weeks too. So you don't go back and have to listen to Joel's bad jokes over and over and over again. It's like new bad jokes every single workout. Like, can't get any better than that, right? Like, new bad jokes. Are you kidding me? But just simplistic weightlifting training, dumbbells only, no other equipment. I wanted to make sure it was simple and easy. Again, think of all the different barriers. So no bench, no ball, nothing else. Dumbbells are amazing tools when it comes to muscle building, but also for so many other things in terms of balance coordination, core conditioning, strength training, grip strength. People complain so much about their grip strength, but yet we're not always doing something. So dumbbells are going to do it. I promise you on that one. And then, if you don't have dumbbells, we do have the resistance band option, which we're calling the bandifier. Super witty. And that's going to be a split screen option. So if you travel, if you live in a complex and you can't have weights because you have a neighbor below, you can use the resistance band option as well. And then high intensity interval training. High intensity, just so you guys know, doesn't always mean high impact. I was very cognizant of the exercises that I designed. So there are some exercises where your feet might leave the ground in a squat jump or something like that. So of course we have a modification anytime we have moves that might have a little bit of impact. But again, went very creative and went with the intensity of the moves, but kept the impact out of it too. So wanted to make it to where, everybody could do it.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like you guys have made it so that even beginners can do this. I know that I've been doing 80-day obsession for a while. And I know one of the questions that I get even with women coming into that is about the weights, like what weight should they use or prepare to have on hand to start this program with? And then, how do you just touch on some females that just think that lifting is going to get them bulky instead of making them fit?
Yeah, so love to touch on that one. That's my favorite subject to talk about. So first of all, with the weight selection, the easiest way to think about it is a light, medium, and heavy to start. So just 3 sets. For ladies that if you haven't been lifting and you're coming into this, then anywhere between 5 and 15 pounds will probably be plenty. If you have been lifting, albeit you haven't done the pacing to lift for, so it is going to be a little bit of a challenge, then I would say at least have something in the 20s range ready for you. But I tell you what, ladies, the ladies that are in the test group right now and the original 2 test groups that I did when I was writing this program, they got strong. We're talking 30s and 40s dumbbells. So get ready to really start lifting. And it's very easy for me to say this right now. And there's a level of, you have to trust me on this one, but I promise you, you're going to get strong really, really quickly, because it's not just the workouts themselves. It's the way that the workouts are designed. And then the rest time in between. This is one of the first times where we're actually giving your body the full amount of time that it needs to rest and regenerate and grow back stronger. And then in changing the structure and sequencing, you're able to come back the next week and even amp up your weights from the previous week. So it's, again, the science in there that it backs it up, but it's going to be amazing. For guys, I would say 10s, in 10 to 30 pound ranges, but one, you're going to be stronger than you think, and 2, this program will humble you quite quickly as well in the pacing and the way it's done. So I'm not going to give it all away, but the first couple workouts, you're going to get a pretty good idea of what's going on. But then let's talk about ladies and lifting weights, shall we? Because I get all these questions, and I still get questions on social media, and 15 plus years in the fitness world, I still have no clue where this notion of getting bulky came from. Because it's not in a science book at all. Let's put it this way, ladies, you have the testosterone of a 5-year-old boy running through your veins right now. That's as much testosterone as you have, okay? So you're not going to get manly muscles unless you're injecting testosterone into your body. And I'm sorry to get super big. Even as a guy, there's usually some injections or testosterone help there as well. Your body, it will only produce so much, and it will take time. So you gotta, I'm sorry, I had the chat up and I was reading Brittany's chat. Wrestling World, AKA China. Yeah, that was natural. No, it wasn't. That was a lot. Her voice was deeper than mine. You can't tell me that was not natural. So we got to get away from this notion of being bulky. What will happen is you will, in terms of growing your muscles, is going to increase your strength, your endurance, help with bone strength and density, which is massive for as you're getting older in terms of preventing osteoporosis. And you're going to see curves. It's the good curves, not the cupcake curves, the muscle curves. That's the curves that women want. So getting away from this thinking you're going to look like a man, or if someone tells you you're going to look like a man, or you're starting to look manly or bulky or something like that, you just need to give them the finger and tell them to go read a book or something, because they need to do some reading about it. We got to get away from that, because you ladies are doing yourself, women of the world are doing yourself a disservice to your bodies by not actually going after these heavier weights, because you got to do it. And it's going to make the difference of how you're moving when you're 80 versus not moving when you're 80. So we got to get past this.
Awesome. I do have a question about the food. If you could go a little bit more into the meal plan. One of the things that, some of my people have expressed to me is that when they did another shorter program, that they had to really dial back on calories. And then if they overdid it one weekend, it felt like all of their results are gone. So can we talk a little bit about that and just the food plan in general?
Yeah, so let's talk about the nutrition. Let's talk it. So what you just said, in terms of like the shorter programs and like, look, let's use Quarter Force for instance. So because Quarter Force is a 30-day shredding program.
Like the workouts themselves as well, though, like the 30-minute.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. So like anything like that. So you have to remember that when you're going after a specific goal, which like Quarter Force was, or whatever the program you might think of, the nutrition plan is tailored around that. It's tailored around the workout. So if you're going for something specific, then you also have to think about calories in and calories out. So if you're only working for a specific amount of time, then you can only consume so many calories because you have to be in some sort of caloric deficit. And especially if you're trying to lose weight in a shorter amount of time, you gotta jack your calories down. It's like, and to me that sucks. Like that's not how I want to live. That's not, again, because I don't think short amount of time. I think, how do I get to look like this forever? Like consistency and still enjoy my stuff. Like that's what I'm thinking. And that's what the LIIFT nutrition plan has that in mind. And again, success and simplicity. That's how I designed this entire program. Was always keeping success and simplicity in mind. That's like my mantra. So the nutrition plan is basic calorie count in terms of based on your body weight. That's how we start you out. Figure out what your calorie bracket is. Do the simple calculation, and then just balance your macros. That's what creates the consistency in your nutrition, is balanced macros, 30% protein, 40% carbs, 30% healthy fats. That's it. Like, seriously is it. So, in doing that, you have to remember that a couple things with this. One, protein is the building block for muscle synthesis and muscle growth. So we have to make sure that you have at least 30% of your daily intake, caloric intake, is protein. Obviously the hit, you need the carbs and everything like that. But once you do that, as we're going through the 8 weeks, we are basically we're going to change your body composition. So you have to make sure you're consistently giving yourself the fuel your body needs to do that. So in terms of like carb loading and things like that, you guys, we're trying to go consistently. Like carb loading is for marathons, things like that, when you need that burst of energy. Like this is not that. This is consistent body composition change that we go through for the 8 weeks and hopefully continue after that. So very, very basic and easy. It's container friendly. So if people want to use containers, those measurements are there. All the different colors, I still don't know what they mean. So I don't do it. And then, and if you're not using the containers, then there's measurements. So for people who don't have the containers, they can say, okay, a cup of this and this and this. There you go. We're not weighing our food. That sounds horribly time consuming. I'm all in it for the fast, like let's do this and this and this. So we get it going. There's a vegan nutrition plan for the people that don't like cheeseburgers, which I'm sorry, you guys are crazy. And I think I was helped.
Somebody had asked about timed nutrition with this. It doesn't sound like that's the case. It just sounds like get your macros right each day.
No, absolutely not, because I eat when I'm hungry.
I have to say, one of my favorite things, and you don't know this, is that Ryan, my husband, is sitting right here. We were sitting having breakfast after leadership one year, and you came out and you and Jericho sat next to us, and this giant ass thing of pancakes walks by, and you go, "I'm getting that." And I just thought it was hysterical, because I think it's really cool that you practice what you preach. Like, you guys are not going to see Joel like at an event like not having a cocktail and like not having fun, and that's the lifestyle I think most of us are going for.
You're not going to not see me have one.
Yeah.
So fun in that. No, you guys, look, we all know at this point, we've beaten it up. We know what we should and shouldn't do if we want like super shredded 6-pack, and like we know it. It's not a mystery anymore. Like, we cut the shit, you start working out, you don't eat bad, and you're going to see amazing results. But that's not how we sustain our lives for most of us. Like 98% of the population don't do that. So that's why I wanted to create something that is just, it's realistic. You're going to still see amazing results. And Joan, you're talking, you've seen some of the girls in the test group, and Andrea and all those guys, like they're still enjoying themselves a little bit. It's in moderation, but the thing is, once you start feeling so good, then you actually don't want that as much, which is amazing. But it is easy. It is not complicated. I promise you. Even with the nutrition, it just is simply giving, once you give your body the fuel it needs and you start seeing the changes, you get amped up, you get ready to go, and you want to continue doing it. And then once you've created the consistency, it might be longer than 8 weeks. You might be longer than 8 weeks, but like, I think of myself, for instance, this has probably been for the past like 3 years. So, my wife is apparently a very good influence. But or I guess say 4 years, because since we first started dating, like it's become more and more consistent, like every single year. And the past 2 years, where I really finally went consistent with making sure I was on my macros and my calories, and really started paying attention to them. And then these workouts, this is how I work out 4 to 5 days a week, and I still box. That's what I love to do. So that's the great thing about this program, is you do what you love to do on the off days. I'm consistent now. Like I consistently feel good about myself. It's not what the scale says. For me, it's just simply like, how do I look with my clothes on? What does my wife say when I take my clothes off? That's it. That's all I care about. And, I feel pretty good about those two things. So like that's consistent. And then I don't freak out. Like if I want, yesterday, I'd like, you know what? It's hot. I want a beer. And I went to the fridge. I had a beer and I didn't think twice about it. And it was on a Monday. Like it just, like once you get that consistency, then you don't have to freak out so much and just go crazy about it.
Right. I think you answered the question in terms, somebody was asking if you can do other things or if you just have to stick to this. Sounds like you can do whatever you want in terms of like if you have a yoga practice or like whatever on your off days. Is that?
Rest days just simply means you're not doing this program and you shouldn't lift on those rest days. That's all that means. Like, again, think of barriers. Like there's so many people that, like when the other programs come out or other thing comes out, they're like, well, I really want to do it, but I'm marathon training, so I can't, or I'm doing this, so I can't. This is, again, 4 days. And no matter what you're training for, you still should do some sort of cross train, resistance train. And this will help you. This will make you stronger. This will make, hit, high intensity interval training actually helps increase lung capacity. So if you're running, this is going to help. There's a lot of pluses about this, but just rest days just means you're not doing this program. And I know, a lot of people are coming out of a program that was 6-7 days or however long a week. And, you get in this mindset about, okay, I have to work out 6 days to see results. To which my answer is relax for a minute. And just wait. Like, even when the coach test group came out and they're like, what do I do on my off days? I'm like, wait till you do these workouts. And then, on the first week, they did 2 days. They did day 1 and day 2 so 2 LIIFT 4 workouts that were, so like an hour, less than, just over an hour in length. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad tomorrow was a rest day, because they were so sore. Like you haven't done it yet. So you just got to chillax a little bit and don't freak out. And then when you can't lift up your phone to take the selfie after you work out, you can thank me for that.
Yeah. And I think that like, I think that you, in the beginning, talked a lot about rest too. And I think that like, we're also like, at least the people who've been doing workouts right now are also like hour-long workouts, 6 days a week, like every workout you have to like crush it. And I don't know, but like I feel like my adrenal fatigue is like through the roof, and like cortisol levels are up because you're just constantly in like this repair mode. So I'm actually really super stoked to like do something like this for a little bit, just to.
Yeah. There is so much that we don't talk about when it comes to working out, and it's all those things that are happening to you when you're not working out, and we don't talk about it because it's not part of the workout. But like what you just said, adrenal fatigue, your overtraining, your cortisol levels increase, like all of that has to do and it affects weight loss. So the more sleep you're getting, that's when your body is repairing itself, is in your REM cycles. Like, why would you not want to try to give your body more sleep? Giving your body the rest for the muscles to repair. why would you not want to do that? You know what I mean? So it's a different, I get it. It's a whole different mindset. But I promise you, we've been testing it. This is how I work out. I don't know if anybody's seen pictures of my wife. It works. I'm married her. Hello, I know. Like it works. It just is not necessary. It's just not necessary at this point. I'm 35. I've gone through my share of injuries. You know, I've had a knee surgery. I've had 2 herniated discs, and every time I've hurt myself, it's been from something stupid and overtraining. And now at this point, 15 plus years later in this industry, it was like, you know what? It just isn't worth it. Like, I love to do some of these things, but like, I'm not going to do those anymore because I always hurt myself. So now I do the things, and this program design was based around everything that I've learned of what not to do, basically. And that's it. Like, so it's just what to do, how to get stronger, how to look better, how to feel better, and get results and continue those results past the 8 weeks.
Awesome. So we just have like a couple more minutes, and I don't see any other questions in here because I think you touched on all of them. I guess my last question is just from like your point of view, like if as a coach, like how would you start marketing this now, or, you know, start talking about it now to people so that they're excited and that's
yeah. So there's a couple things with that. So, you know, like, we got time. So the timeline has shifted a little bit. I don't know if anybody's seen my post today. But we got some exciting stuff coming now. And the excitement's growing. So this is what is really cool is now with more excitement comes more opportunity to create more stuff and get more stuff out there for you. So with that said, so we're 6 days away now from the free preview. The free preview got bumped up to June 4th. So now Monday, June 4th, the free LIIFT workout preview will come out. That is going to live in front of the BOD paywall. So you don't even if you have people who aren't even a Beachbody On Demand member, they'll be able to just go beachbodyondemand.com and see that workout and preview. So that's a really cool tool and opportunity for you guys. So that gives you a week to really get people and push them to that one preview. And the workout itself, I wrote it specifically for that. We call it kind of like a fitfomercial in the network because that's kind of what it is. Like you're doing the workout, you're still getting a great workout in, you're sweating your butt off. But I'm also there's a little sales component to it. Like I'm talking through all the exercises and why these are good for you, why you should do LIIFT4, why you should drink Shakeology, why you should bring Beachbody performance products into your workouts in this program, and why BBP products especially are so important in this product, or this program because of muscle building. So I go through all that just in 30 minutes. Like, man, I'm talking nonstop in this workout, but it turned out really great. And we also have, I just filmed it last week, the Bandifier option as well in that workout. So if somebody doesn't have a dumbbell, they'll have that option there too, which is pretty cool. So you got a week to now push that and really get people amped up for it. So then June 11th, everything goes on sale. All the challenge packs, all the digital unlock, everything goes on sale. And with that came this just came to fruition like on Thursday. Where we're like, cool, let's give them, okay, you're buying something, but then like June 11th to July 16th, that's a long time to not really have anything. And everyone's impatient. So we're like, cool, let's do a before LIIFT4. So that's what these workouts are going to be called. They're 4 workouts. They're going to be called Before LIIFT4. Get it? And we're actually filming them on Monday. So we haven't filmed these things yet and just wrote them today. But it's going to be little short express LIIFT4 workouts, which is exciting too, because one, it's going to help people. So starting on the 11th, you'll get these. So the minute you buy a challenge pack, the minute you do an unlock, it will get loaded into your bot. So now all of a sudden you have the free preview, and then you'll have 4 Before LIIFT4 workouts. It's a lot of 4s. And in that with basic on this, so it'll give everybody a nice little taste. About 20-minute workouts. I'll do a chest and back. We'll do a legs. We'll do a shoulders and arms, and then we'll do a full body hit. No equipment, full body hit. So there you go. 4 workouts right off the bat, right when you buy something, and then that's going to give your team and your group, a few weeks now to get the feel for the program, because now that means starting on July 17th or July 16th, the minute it comes out, you're ready to go. You know how the pacing is, you know how the structures are, and you're ready to go. So then when we start July 16th, that's when we start the big Facebook group with me. Hopefully all of you guys will be in it. I want to make that thing so big that like Facebook gets concerned about it. Like that would be so cool. like where they're like, wow, what's happening here? That'll be awesome. I'm going to be in there every single day. I'm going to post in it every single morning so that everybody can, post their stuff that day. I'm very OCD, so I have to keep it nice and organized. Then we're just going to go through it. And then what's cool about that is it's 8 weeks from July 16th. So if you do the math and you're going to get into the fall, you're going to get to, hopefully people will see some amazing results. And then now we're getting close to October 1st, which is the BOD All Access launch. So now you have 2 opportunities to do challenge groups. Ta-da! So there's just so many cool ways for you to really grow your business with this product. And that's, we had a lot of conversations with Carl and everybody in the team, and, this new VIP early access thing that came out actually from the coach advisory board. Because look, I understand, I know the business model, I get it. You don't get a lot of commission off of selling a Beachbody On Demand membership. So, I know where your money comes from. And so with these challenge packs, that really helps you. It helps your business. You're going to help more people. If somebody, and I've seen it, I've heard the comments, I've heard the bemoaning about the VIP early access. Look, it's a business thing, guys. It's not anything else about trying to get more money out of this product. This program is going to kill it no matter when it comes out. I truly believe that this is an opportunity to really help grow your business. And look, for the analogy on that one is look, if you don't want to see Star Wars in the theater, just wait for it to come out in cable. That's it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. No one's gonna fault you for it. We're just all gonna know about it, and you haven't seen it yet. That's fine. And we're gonna, no spoiler alerts on that one. So, yeah. So anyway, but all that information is in your back office, your coach back office. So all the challenge pack iterations, because there's a lot of them. So you got a lot of different options. But this is where I get excited for you guys as coaches, because again, I know the business and I know what you have to go through and some of your challenges that you have to face. This is so awesome, I think, for you, because there's so many opportunities to really go after your team and your clients. And Joan, the longest answer ever to your question on the end of that about how do you pitch this and push this? You guys as coaches should know who you're talking to and what all those barriers are. So look at those barriers. If you're talking to someone and says, I don't have enough time to work out, bam, you can go after them with that. If, whatever those barriers are, this program should go after that. And if you don't know how to go after it, shoot me a message, seriously, on Facebook, Instagram, not just any message, make it a good one. So, because I got a lot to go through. But if it's a business question about it, I'm more than happy to do it. I'm going to be on the Beachbody Champions page tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, this Wednesday and next Wednesday again. Pop on there, ask me there. Seriously, I'm here to help. But I think it's such an amazing opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity for your business. And this program, I think, will answer so many issues that we've had.
Awesome. And Matt will kill me if I don't ask you this, because I think he's asked it twice now. Is there a build option for guys that are trying to put on muscle, or is this just for shredding?
No, the only difference between build and shred is your calories at that point. So
there's something in the nutrition plan that
yeah, it's actually really simple. It's whatever plan you calculate yourself out. If you want to build, you just you go up 2 plans. That's it.
Cool.
So, yeah. It's super simple. So it's basically if you want to lose, if you want to shred, it's not my favorite term because it's whatever. We're out of time. Shred, then you'll do your weight calculation. You'll stick with that, or drop it down a little bit, but if you're hungry, you eat a protein. If you're trying to go maintenance, remember, we're still changing your body composition though. And I will guarantee you guys this right now. For 90% of you, when you start this program, you are going to start on too low of a calorie bracket, because it's going to be full mental of saying, I want to lose weight, I want to do this. And within the first week or 2 weeks max, you're going to go up 1, if not 2 brackets, because you started so low. And that is exactly what's happened. Every single person pretty much who has done this program so far is they've been dying of hunger, to which I say, eat. It's like the Greek monk, eat your food. You have to eat food for your body to do anything. So, eat, people. Eat this stuff.
See, I actually like that I asked that question, because you just said that. So, I think that's it. We are out of time. Thank you so much. I know that you're super busy with all these calls, so we really do appreciate it. I'm pumped. I think everybody else is really pumped now too. We'll all be in your group and we'll get kick-ass results.
Exciting. So yeah, and look, I'm amped on this. Like, it's not just because, I mean, it's not just because of my program. It's because I see it as an answer to so many problems. Not just a getting fit, but an answer, a real answer. And that gets me really excited because it's been my first opportunity in 15 years to do something about it. And that's why I'm really, really amped about it. I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna be posting nonstop on this. So look, seriously, like, Joel Freeman Fitness on Instagram and Facebook, like, you guys repost, steal my stuff. Like, I'm going to be pushing everything I can out to you. Don't feel bad about reposting it. Just do it. I mean, tag me, that'd be nice. But like, repost it and use this. Like, a lot of this stuff, we've got a lot of stuff coming from, you got a lot of resources coming out of the office and the social team, and everybody is just full on board with this. And so we got a lot of resources. So I know there's some cool stuff on the back office as well. Use those resources, use those graphics. The videos are up now. Use the videos that I filmed, because they explain the program, they explain the nutrition. If you haven't seen it, there's the video about myths to lifting and why women should lift. Like, it's there. So use all this stuff. I mean, we didn't do it just because everyone loves the sound of my voice. We did it because it's good stuff.
Yeah, you guys, we're going to actually create a Snoop group into LIIFT, just like we did with 80-Day Obsession. So that way we can put all that material in there and we can just hop people in and they can learn about it and we can sign them up.
Awesome. I've got it up everywhere. So seriously, if you have other questions, it's up.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Joel.
Absolutely. Good night, guys.
Bye.